What is up, legends? We are back with HypeWatch. This is episode 33. This week we have some pretty interesting stuff, and what we're going to do is we're going to literally start off. Well, actually, if you're new to the channel, or if you're new to what HypeWatch actually is, HypeWatch is where I basically talk about the gaming news coming, games that are going to be coming, and stuff that you should look out for. So let's get right into it. And first up, we have Tower Fantasy, which is going to be coming on the 15th/16th. 15th for some people who actually, like, if you're in Billy, it's going to be the 15th. It's going to be the night of the 15th. If you somehow logged in, or if like a Chinese cell phone number or whatever else like that, it might be. You might be able to get in, but again, we don't know if it's going to be easy or not, if they're going to allow Google Play. I don't see anywhere that they're going to do that, and I don't have any verification if they're going to do that, but most likely it's going to be some type of, if they're smart, they won't do that. They'll allow Google Play to actually log in, or Facebook or something like that if they're smart. If they want that monies, want the monies. Like, I know you're gonna see this video eventually, Tower Fantasy devs. If you want the monies, you better allow the global people to log in. If you want that Genshin money, just saying. But this is probably most likely gonna be the next hype. Or I don't know. Like, I'm kind of like, you see the rating right here. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of time to actually talk about this. Billy. When stuff is ranked low, it's a really good indicator because they don't play around on this site. This is the one site that I respect when it comes to a rating. And you see the rating for this game at 5.3. When it ain't never been wrong. And I hate to say that. I want this game to be great. I want this game to be great so we have something to rival Genshin, to make Genshin actually try and stop the BS that they're doing. Because they're not going to try until something actually comes out and actually rivals them. And the only other thing that really rivals Genshin is Honkai. And it's the same damn company. It's not PGR, because PGR, they just do weird stuff. They fumbled the bag in global, 100%. PGR, I'm talking about Punishing Grey Raver. They absolutely fumbled. And they fumbled how they handled content creation as well. It's too one-sided and like too much, well, I want to say, I guess the proper word is preferential treatment. Like, you have to support across the board, and that's not what's happening in PGR right now, and that's literally why the Twitch directory died. Like I told you guys, like in gaming, you can't have Twitch and YouTube as a directory die. You can't just focus on like a few creators and just leave everybody else out. Like, you just kill your entire category, and that's exactly what PGR did. It doesn't make any sense, because that's easily one of the top 5 games in Android right now, and it's just not, because it's being fumbled. They've completely fumbled the bag with PGR, and I actually want them to know that and hear that's why that game is not where it needs to be. But it is what it is. So let's move on. Like I said, this is what we do on the channel right here. We talk about that. Cyber Honey. As you guys can see, this is... I got to beta it a little while. I didn't actually get to do a video on it because I wasn't allowed to. It's one of those things you actually get to come in and play, but we can't do any videos on it. But as you guys can see, this is funny because it's small characters, and this is still chibi right here, but it's not deformed chibi. There's a difference. Deformed chibi, where they got big ass heads and small bodies. This is still chibi, but they are kind of more proportioned. The heads are still kind of gigantic, but not compared to like his big fat heads and like little stubby bodies. Like, they all a bunch of Incredible Hulks and stuff like that. Doesn't make any sense. But this one is going to be waifu bait. It's 100% waifu bait, and it's a little bit strategic, so you guys are gonna be able to just, like, you know, hop in and have a little bit of fun with it. Don't expect a lot out of this. I'm just gonna be honest with you up front, and, you know, like, you know, just straight off the bat, that this is gonna be waifu bait, and you're either gonna like it or you're not. At the end of the day, it's just is what it is. With dark skin waifu in the back, light skin, dark skin waifu, which I got Corol and Honkai, but I didn't even want to do a video on it because she literally came out the first summon, and I was like, well, damn, Like I don't have a rest of the video now, so I got Corolla because I know people have been saying in the comment section, dark skin waifu on Honkai. You don't? Did you get her? I got her. All right, I got her. We good. We good. The strongest sage. Now here's the thing about this. This is an anime game, and you guys know what I say about anime games. Like this, they hardly ever done right. It's like they just throw them out there and they just expect the name itself to get money, and that's just not the way things go. And it's kind of sad because the anime IPs are the easiest IPs to actually bring in and make a game, but companies don't try. They don't try. They try on stuff that nobody ever freaking heard of and try to like get money off of that stuff. But the anime IPs, they just throw them out there. And then Bandai. Oh, we're gonna talk about Bandai at the end. Bandai makes me mad, and that's probably the reason why I'm not sponsored by them anymore. But Bandai makes me completely mad. Yeah. So I don't, and this is what I talk about. This is what we're with the chibi. This is what it is. Big ass head. And like you see like the difference right here. Like it's more proportion body, and then like this is like true chibi, and the other one is still chibi, the other one, but it's not like this. There's just different versions of it. But technically what chibi actually is it small bodied characters. It doesn't have like a like some type of thing. It's universal small bodied characters. But you know, some people like it, some don't. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is Code Geass. Now, this was actually supposed to already be here. Now, for whatever reason, it was pushed back. And I think the reason why it was pushed back is because they want to concentrate more on the anime and let the anime rock a little bit longer. And the coming anime, I should say that, rock a little bit longer. They have other little overs that they did and everything else like that. Like the Code Geass has like a whole universe that is about to just like explode. This is arguably this is like the goated like anime of all time, like one of the greatest of all time. Arguably, people may think it differently, but it's about to get even crazier next year. It's about to be Code Geass all over our face, everywhere, which I'm all for as long as it's good, content and everything else like that. But this is a link right here. I want to bring I guess you could say eyes to it to make sure everybody knows and pre-register. Why am I not I'm not pre-registered on Q app. I'm pre-registered on TapTap. Yeah, that brings it over here. That's what it is. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So this I'm not pre-registered for. However, this is Tree of Savior. And the reason why I'm not pre-registered is because I have it somewhere else. So that I can't tell you about that, but Tree of Savior. Those of you guys who like, to me, this is Ragnarok now. Tree of Savior, and the one that's on PC right now, that's Ragnarok right now. I think they took over for Ragnarok. Ragnarok got like 1,000 different versions, but I think that this is what Ragnarok should have been, and what it turned into. Like these people, they did a real good job. So like if you're like, just try this game out. If you're a Ragnarok fan, you probably will not. If you probably already played it, but if you haven't, try it out, because you will be like, you'll like it. 2047. Now 2047 is interesting because it's going to be one of those games where it's like Dislight, but it's card based, and we'll see because there's a little bit of hype behind this. And I want it to be good. Probably won't be, but I want it to be good. And like, again, all this stuff is just to bring eyes to content for you guys, and just to have you see games and have stuff to play. But again, pre-register and everything else like that. So we also have Star Wars Hunters. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna show stills because I think LucasArts is gonna flag that. if I actually try to play this video, but I can do this. And what this basically is kind of like arena based, and I already done messed up, but whatever, should be fine. It's arena based, and most Star Wars things, they try to go really hard off of the IP and kind of cash grab off of like Luke Skywalker, Anakin, and all that type of stuff, and kind of skimp on the gameplay. That's what they've been doing for the past 2 or 3 years. It looks like they're trying to overturn that with some of the new games. Like they have like a Beyond Detroit type of Star Wars game coming, which everybody thought it was going to be an MMO at first, and then it was like, no, it's going to be story based. Everybody was like, boo. It was so funny. Twitter, y'all, people on Twitter is a mess. People on Twitter is a hot mess, because that was hilarious that everybody thought it was going to be an MMO, and then they was like, no, it's story based. Y'all should have seen the comments. Oh my God, Twitter, y'all messed up. That's all. Twitterverse is messed up. Dauntless has a mobile. Now, this isn't obviously the mobile version, but it has a mobile version coming, and I want to actually point that out, which might be lit, because Dauntless itself on PC looks like it's a mobile game, so it might actually work out pretty good, because we got PGR and Genshin and all the rest of those type of games that look really good and kind of look like better versions of Dauntless, so it might actually be lit being on mobile, and then that'd probably be crossplay as well, so you have even more people playing Dauntless and stuff like that. My kids play Dauntless. My kids go hard, be out there. Like, I logged into Dauntless, like I used to play. I had my little account. My son got like every monster killed in the game, talking about like, you want to help me? I could carry you. I was like, your little 7-year-old ass talking about you gonna carry me. Yeah, you about to get grounded, like carry you. Carrying me. Like what? So next, Path of Exile. Obviously, as you guys can see, Path of Exile has mobile game coming as well. Again, those of you who are used to the games like Diablo and stuff like that, they're going to be used to Path of Exile. Path of Exile is like its own franchise and game right now that's like far surpassing what Diablo is right now, until Diablo takes it back. It kind of lost a little bit with Diablo 3. They tried to bring back stuff with Diablo 2 and then Diablo 1, and then they got Diablo Mobile and stuff like that, but Path of Exile is kind of like beating them at their own game right now. So we'll see what happens. If it's lit or not. If all they gotta literally do is put Path of Exile on a mobile platform. Like you don't even gotta change nothing. You make it Path of Exile on mobile. That's it. And last but not least, I wanted to point this out. Normally something that I don't really do on the channel, but Battlefield Mobile has like a test page where you can come up and sign up for it. The game itself on PC is a hot ass mess. It is. I won't even touch on that because I'm not an FPS YouTuber. I let the FPS YouTubers handle that, but it's a hot ass mess. But we're gonna talk about the mobile game because I do mobile games, and I wanted to not be trash. But I do want to actually point out that you guys can get into this test. So I just want to show that to you because FPS on mobile is gigantic. It's $1 billion type of thing. So any of you content creators who want to get into that, have at it. Now, hold on. Make sure I don't get logged out. So your homie be multitasking. That Final Fantasy life, like, I'm in there. Like, we already done with everything. I'm already done with all the content, so I'm leveling up my summoner because summoner is lit in Final Fantasy. I guess I can show you that. Where we at? We be out here summoning stuff. Got my Ifrit, got my Garuda, got my Titan, and then Bahamut. You can summon all of them and be badass and everything. You see the fit? Y'all see the fit? I look, I'm ready to go to the club. Got the earring and everything. About to go in Bastion and level up. You Final Fantasy heads know what that's about. So the last thing that we're going to talk about is Bandai. Now, hold on, where? So people were talking about, I believe, Naruto, Burning Blaze, and Discord, and I was trying to let people know to not like It is painful to even say this, but if y'all are expecting any type of Naruto IP on mobile, don't get your hopes up, because Bandai across the board, all of Bandai stuff, everything that you have been trying to do anything, like if any Bandai game that's out right now, I wouldn't spend any money on it, because it is pretty obvious. And a little bit of insider that I can say for you guys is Bandai is pretty much bailing out on the whole the mobile thing. So I don't know if we're ever going to see anything Naruto mobile IP wise again in global. China is a different story because they have different publishers in China, but globally, I don't think we're going to see much. And we're not even just talking about a Naruto IP. I'm talking about like Bandai in general. I just wouldn't at this point in time, because it's pretty obvious that whoever's running it don't know what they're doing, because it keeps failing, because they keep making bad choices and pay to win choices and cash grab choices and everything else, and it's blatant. It's not even like it's not even hidden. That's the whole thing. You can't even say, well, maybe they didn't know any better, or maybe they just didn't know. It's pretty obvious, and they've been like, I've been complaining about this for years, that they keep throwing these games out here to die. Like they just, and it's not even like they don't like the Naruto Strikers, Shinobi Strikers. Like, how do you mess that up? That game in concept is badass, and they still messed it up. Like, at this point, there's just nobody running it. I'm really convinced that they just throw this stuff out and there's nobody running. Like, just like after it's thrown out, they just like, oh well, keep the server running. See you next game. Shouldn't keep happening. Tales of Crystallia in concept also is a great game. It's a great game with great characters. Now my Velvet Rose is gonna be lost to the ether now, that I built up. Because I built that character up because she a bae. Look at, she in the background chilling right there, half damn naked. She's a bae. And I'm about to lose that because Bandai don't know how to run video games. I'm done. I'm done. I hate when games get canceled for bad management. So I will catch you guys next video. And if I was you guys, everything Bandai that you can, like reiterate to them that please hire somebody. Don't troll, don't bash, don't bother people. But if you're gonna make a constructive criticism post, everything that they have, tell them to hire proper people to run these games, because it's obvious they don't have proper people to run these games. It's very obvious. They can't even say that they do, because they keep shutting down games. It's like, it's only them too. It's not other companies. It's them that they keep getting anime after IP after anime IP after anime IP after game IP after, like, just really great stuff, and just be shut down, or they just throw it out there and you never hear an update or see them again. Like, SAO is so plagued. How do you F up Sword Art Online? It's literally called Sword Art Online. It's literally made to be played online. It's literally made to have 1 million people playing it, and you still fuck it up. Be legendary, guys. Thank you, Legends, for getting to the end of the video. We do 3 to 4 videos every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be first in notification squad. I love everybody who stops by, and I will see you next video. Peace.